Hey, Jeff, and hello, nation. Welcome to Pre Rolls on Patreon. We're glad to have you with us on this very special episode because my nifty, shifty twin brother is showing off a product design from one of his products from a couple weeks ago. Jeff, I'll let you have the floor.
Oh, Dave, thank you. Appreciate the intro, of course. This is actually, kind of the joint idea for Goliath Industries or Media. I think we're still trying to figure out which way we're crossing the wire on that. But it
Yep,
was Fing Slings,
right.
in the classic story of David and Goliath taking the slingshot to the giant's eyes. So now you don't really need
Oh, I see. You're right. It's one piece now. I love that, Jeff. That
one.
looks really nice.
Yeah, and then you kind of
Yeah, you can really do some damage with that.
Yeah, she's might be a little too strong. I'm still trying to figure out how to keep it on the fingers, because it kind
You
of
gotta
pops off.
cap it. You gotta cap the tops.
Yeah, we're thinking about capping the tops. It's just kind of a bit of a nightmare, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, that's the general design. It's got kind of like the pouch there, and then we got the two slings here. And you don't have to do your classic kind of a split branch one. You can also, you know, develop your own shooting technique. I've been playing around with kind of the
With
thumb
the
and
side
finger here,
shot, shooting from the hip.
shooting from the hip here, and then you can also actually part of a kind of a cheat code here. If you rest your third finger on the bottom here, you'll be able to hold on to it, and even if it falls off, you can just
Now, does that hurt the hand at all when it's slapping the hand? I'm curious about that.
you're gonna feel a sting for sure, Dave. But
That'll
I,
wake you
I
up in the morning, though.
I would equate it to kind of like if you recall from weddings of yesteryear, Mayor Cohen. You're playing the archery, right? If you're playing with a bow and arrow, you're gonna get a couple snaps here, a couple
It's part
snaps
of the
there,
process, though.
and at some point you'll either change your shot or you'll callus up.
I love that, Jeff. So the fling shot. When can people see this in the market?
Fling shot or finger slings or fing slings.
I like fing slings.
Yeah, Fing Sling seems to be the winner. Yeah, I think these are, again, a prototype. Um, Figuring out how much to, move it at. I think we're going to give it, and thanks again here to the patrons. I think the patrons, if you've been a patron for us for some time, and you want one of these, it's coming free to your household.
You hear that, nation out there? We're giving away free stuff for joining the Patreon.
And
That's the
I'd recommend not to cut you off, Dave, but
oh,
it's good for a spitball. Maybe if you have a target, if you're not, we don't recommend other people,
what about a
obviously.
golf ball? Can you put a golf ball one of those and really nail people?
And you could probably launch it pretty far, which would be fun. Other than that, you have your grapes. We tried some frozen peas. It's all pretty fun, and these things will explode right there, and you'll be able to like see where it hit.
Yeah, that's
It's kind of
fun.
a fun game, Dave.
You do peas? Is that what you said? Frozen peas?
Yeah, frozen peas are fun.
You put a
Yeah.
little pin in the front of it. Put a pin through it.
Well, that would actually help you align it because there's this little hole in the middle here, so you could actually pull that pin back.
Oh, wow, Jeff.
But yeah, you'd really, really. I mean, this thing it's probably launching something close to
I bet a
200 miles
football
an
field.
hour.
I bet you could launch a football field's worth on something like that if you
Well,
have.
look, that's something that we want. Our test run people, the patrons who came in first, who've been supporting us all along. They can be kind of our beta crew there. Record some
I'd love
videos.
to see some videos of who can get the furthest launch on a football field.
Yeah. So, this is one iteration. We like it so far. We
I like the color.
got some help from the Whistler, Miles Felix.
That's great. He's an engineer at heart.
He is indeed. So yeah, look forward to seeing that. If you're a patron and you're watching this video, say in the comments if you want one, and we'll get one over to you.
We
Hopefully
already
in
got
the
your
domestic
addresses.
United States, though. you know.
We don't like those foreign shipping rates, but maybe we can find a supplier in the Nordic regions to handle that area.
Yeah, you're probably going to be looking at more of a place like Bulgaria. If that's
Right.
is that in southeastern
I'm
European?
sure. I'm
That
sure it is.
sounds like one of those collectives. The Baltics, do I dare say?
I can see this moving big in the Baltics.
We're big in the Baltics. So yeah, I mean that's the project. Trying to get some stuff off the ground. Obviously, Dave, you've been doing some good work with the buying time specials,
Yes.
and
Thank you for
people's.
joining me today. And look down if you want to see that video.
That's right, and in the future, I think you might be looking at having a couple of guests here. Some people from the podcast might be joining Dave on those buying time calls.
Yes, yes. I call Blumenfeld every episode to see if he'll pick up, and he never does.
That's great, Dave. He's probably one of those uh, muscillionaires, if you will. Now,
Yeah, make his riches off of Tesla, and yet they're driving around a gas guzzler.
That's right. What do you mean?
Well, they say if you, instead of buying a Tesla when it launched and you put that in as money, you'd be a multi-millionaire now.
I see. I see. I see. Instead of buying the Tesla, you bought Tesla stock.
Yeah, well, who knows what Blumenfeld's driving these days? He could be driving a Ford 450.
Yeah, I think he's actually a Prius guy,
Yeah,
believe it
no,
or
he
not.
is. Yes, he is. He is. He is.
It's classic, though. It's like, could you be any more LA?
Yeah, right.
Something to think about.
It is. Is that some water, Jeff? Are you getting a little twisted tea for this evening?
It's a vodka water, Dave.
Dude, that's my drink too. Vodka
No
water with a
calories because
spritz
as you,
of lemon juice, perhaps, or lime juice, even.
hmm I've been putting on a couple COVID pounds. The COVID-19 is what they're calling it.
I love that though. I'd love to see you with some love handles for me to hold on to, and
That's
whenever you're
great.
scurrying away from me,
That's a
just
cute
grab.
shirt you got there, Dave, too.
Oh,
I think
thank
that
you.
needs to be mentioned. You kind of got that. Well, don't do that for the video cast. No one needs to see that. And, it's great. This is, I think, one of the all time pre rolls that we're going to see right now.
What people want is to see these ideations of the products really hit that pipeline, get that
hmm
workflow going, and they like to see the process.
They do like to see the process. So,
Trust the
and
process.
that might be its own little segment. We can turn kind of this into its own kind of sister pre-roll, if you will, or its own series, the Twinnovators.
Yeah. How far can you fling shot?
Well, no, I'm just saying like
Fing shot.
Fing Slings.
Fing sling. Yes.
But I guess what I was getting at there was did different products, not just the Fing Slings.
Oh, I
It's
hear you.
almost like a sandbox, if you will. Sandbox.
Yeah, well, we could call it the sandbox.
Doubles as a gag crew.
Put a little apple in your mouth.
On a little crab apple.
Crab apples. What kind of hat you got on there, Jeff? What are you rocking? Business
Bovina.
Insider.
What do you
No,
mean?
what does that say? Oh,
That's
Russell's
Russell's
Bovina.
Bovina.
Home sweet home indeed.
Yep. Shout out to my boy Chef.
Jeff, are you excited for your idea on this episode?
Yes, I think I am actually. You think you'll be posting all this, Dave, or we're gonna cut around and dice it up and dice it down?
I hate to cut. I'd like to show people what it is. And if you're going to talk about your idea, then, that's what the pre rolls are all for. I imagine the people watching this will have already listened to the episode.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If the spoiler alert is what you were worried about.
No, and see again, time management and stuff like that. Little tidbits should be little bits of tid.
All right. Speaking of that, we're going to end this, and Jeff and I are going to have a little tidbit talk on the side. Folks, we're happy you joined the Patreon, and we can't wait to see you next week or even in a couple days. We're also releasing Baby Davy Power Hours with buying time, those power lunch breaks. Those are 2 or 3 times a week at this point. So I'm making you all rich, and Jeff's making you guys all inventions for free. What other podcast will do that for you?
Amen, brother.
And as always, stay scheming,
Stay scheming and stay dreaming.
stay dreaming.